In this video, we discuss a book central to the Innovation in Cancer Care in Africa project. The book, Market Menagerie, is an industrial analysis of India's health industry and that of other countries. The previous ICA India video introduced the research project and its focus on industrial organizations and gaps in cancer care. This book, Market Menagerie, Health and Development in Late Industrial States, has been written by Professor Smita Srinivas and published by Stanford University Press in 2012. It has influenced the framing of the ICA project. Drawing from the traditions of institutional and evolutionary economics, it begins by asking the simple question: how do we compare countries and their health industries?
I had the great good fortune of studying both social policy as well as technological advance in many of my previous studies and projects. I started thinking about the question of how we compare the health industry in different countries. And it seemed to me that there was a real problem with the way in which people were comparing what was predominantly a supply-side story. The story of industrial organization, told as an institutional and evolutionary problem, is a dynamic problem. It's a problem of uncertainty, of search and learning by firms, of the difficulties of anticipating investments in certain areas. Is also the story that the best technology, the best design, the best science, the best investment does not actually turn out to be the so-called winner.
In order to compare countries and their health industries, instead of focusing on just supply and demand, it is essential to examine the origin, scale, and evolution of markets in economics. Market menagerie implies a mix of markets. Market menagerie draws from development political economy's idea of late industrialization. The book shows that countries cannot be straightforwardly compared only by criteria like R&D spending or by number of graduates. It is very tempting to start saying, how is China the same as India? Or how should we think about Brazil versus India or Nigeria versus Brazil? And here is where the mistake begins. Comparing countries only in terms of supply-side capabilities provides a misleading picture. Supplier countries that have invested in technological capabilities are unique subgroups. They have several options but also greater challenges and cannot easily be compared to non-supplier countries. This institutional triad shows the relationship of production to demand and to delivery. Seen in this institutional triad, we see that certain countries can only juggle one or two, or rarely three of these institutional domains. Market menagerie shows an evolutionary story of institutions and organizations. Institutions are often incorrectly discussed as organizations. Institutions are actually the informal and formal rules by which we act and engage in the economy. They range from formal rules like laws to informal rules like social customs. They might also be certain kinds of technical guidelines that play a very crucial role in the health industry. Every industry has its own unique institutional environment. Markets are critical institutions. Every market has many other institutions that must function to make it effective. Institutions can be revisited and redefined. Market menagerie shows that across time, several markets emerge and evolve, due to which planning and regulation must adapt. The ideas of market menagerie continue to evolve, be tested, and to identify new areas of study. The research in and emerging from the book has been used in the study of many areas and very widely invited. Be sure to watch the next video and other materials from the ICA India project.